Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "Real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it's about the safest investment in the world." And real estate is what we do. This is the Realtors Radio Network. There's no sense in overcomplicating real estate. And if you're a first-time home buyer, an investor, or a real estate agent, you're about to get useful, practical, and smart advice on every facet of real estate. Welcome to the Realtors Radio Network. Now your hosts, Santos Garcia, Marcos Suarez, and Dawn McCullough.
Welcome back to Realtors Radio Network. Back with another interview. Marcos, Dawn, how are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Excellent.
Yes, very excited today.
What do we have for today?
Today we have Angies Hernandez.
Hi.
A very fun realtor to have as your realtor. She's always been entertaining from day one that I met her. She's always been a great person to hang around, to talk to just be friends with.
And you can't help but be happy around her.
I know, right?
Angie,
how are you, Angie?
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
We have a few questions for you today.
Okay.
You obviously you're a realtor, and we're going to get to that. But we're always curious because every time we see your post, you're in a different country, you're in a different place, hanging out in like fantabulous places. And so, what did you do before real estate?
So I have been flying for an airline for about 18 and a half years. I'm still there, part-time kind of. So I've been flying since I was 22 years old.
Wow. So just a year? You've only been flying for a year?
Only a year?
I mean, just like 5 years. No, so I like to do hot destinations like San Juan and Florida. I don't like to do cold destinations like Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to Denver listeners. It's just cold there. So that's been always my passion. But a long time ago, like 2016, I was bored. I'm like, okay, I can't just fly. I have to do something else. So my husband was like, okay, get into real estate. I was like, I don't know. I'm not ready yet. And then I was like, I'll just go get my master's and then we'll think about it. So then I went and got my master's. And I lasted like 2 years doing that. And then I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? And then I started doing real estate. And I love it, guys. Nice.
So you've been flying around for a year. So it's fun. So you get to pick like where you fly to and where is that something within your control, or they just give you like, this is where you're going. It just happens to be warm places?
Basically, yes. So I've been in the airline for so long that I have seniority. And now that they opened the base closer to me, I'm able to pick and choose where I want to go. So based on my seniority, they award it or they don't award it. But I usually get what I like.
Nice.
I mean, I couldn't get Aruba this month, but that's okay.
Oh, my God. Life is hard. Life is hard.
So hard. My senior friends got it, but that's fine. I'll go on vacation.
Is there anybody above you? Senior friends? Who's been there longer than you?
Oh, my God. My friend Giovanni's been there for like 24 years.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So
23 years since the airline started.
Wow.
So he's number one.
Okay.
So I was competing with number one. I'm number 19.
Oh, wow.
That's okay.
Wow, that's actually pretty high up considering you work for a major airline.
Yes. So
wow.
our base is pretty senior, but Giovanni's number one.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him about this so he can listen. Hi, Giovanni.
Hi, Giovanni. Giovanni, we all say hi at Realtors Radio Network. We're saying hi to you.
Hi, Giovanni.
Hope you enjoyed Aruba.
Founder.
But I also have friends in the airline. They're not that senior, and they're also in real estate. Huh. And we talk about airline and real estate. So, I have a lot of good friends.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious about that. I'm also about your real estate career, but I'm a little curious about your flying situation. So do you stay places overnight, or you fly right back? You turn around right away?
So it depends on the month. So my usual route is Cancun. So I go to Cancun and I come back. I don't stay there. Don't get excited. I wish I can do those layovers. I used to when I was younger, but I prefer to come back home every night. So I go there and come back in one day, or I'll do a 2-day layover, let's say in JFK. A layover is when you stay overnight.
Okay.
So I'll do a turn, layover, a turn, and go back. So that's how we do it. But we used to have San Juan turns, but they took them away. I mean, layovers. And I was doing that a lot. One leg there, one leg is one flight. Stay, tan.
Right.
Maybe a drink.
Nice.
Maybe.
So if you turn, how does that affect your sleeping? If you're, you're in the air so much, does that affect you at all? Or are you just used to it?
I am a 3 to 5 a.m. wake-up call person. And I've always been like that, and I love it.
Huh.
I'm not a person that wakes up at 7 and it's like, oh, I'm tired. No, I wake up 3 to 5 a.m., because my husband's a truck driver, so he wakes up at 4:30. And then I used to like doing the 5 a.m. showtime, 6 a.m. showtime, the latest. So I can be back home early so I can show houses before 8 o'clock.
What's your husband's name? What's his name?
Julio.
Julio. Hi, Julio.
Hi, Julio.
You're in the family now.
Hi, husband.
I just got to ask a question, though. I'm asking this question for a friend. Is there anything wrong with those that wake up at 7 a.m. and they're tired?
No.
For a friend.
For a friend, I feel like 7 a.m. I've wasted already like 2 hours of my life that I could have been doing something.
Look at that.
But, when I fly, I also do my real estate office on the plane if I have Wi-Fi. But I like to wake up early. And when I was younger, maybe in my late 20s, I used to work out at 4:40 in the morning and then go to work. But I would do 5-hour turns. 5-hour turns would be like, I used to live in Orlando, by the way. Hello, insider. I used to live in Orlando for a couple of years. So I used to do Aguadilla turns. Aguadilla is a town in Puerto Rico. So those were like 5 hours. So I would wake up early, like 4:45, go spinning, take a shower, get dressed, get on a plane, go to San Juan, come back, and then I still had a whole day left because it was only 3 o'clock.
Wow.
But I do go to bed early.
What time is early?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I know about this. I know the routine.
There's a routine. Okay, lights out my house is 8:30. The latest is 9.
Did you guys hear that? Lights out? Meaning for you or for everybody in the house?
Everybody.
Everybody.
The whole house?
My husband's in bed. My son has to be in bed. I need to be in bed. And then my mother just stays up watching TV. But everybody's in bed.
Santos would love it.
I love it.
You're 9 o'clock, right?
I'm 8:30.
Yes.
Like 8:30. Latest at 9 o'clock.
Right?
Yeah, but there's no way I can tell.
It's hard in
but
the
he's
summer.
in the gym really early.
Yeah, I used to do the gym at like a 4:45, but now I'm going with Jose. So Jose, he said he goes
later.
Yeah, he was like, "Can you sacrifice a little bit?" I was like, "What's sacrifice a little bit?"
What 7?
He started with 7, and that was too much for me.
Did you guys negotiate?
So
what kind of negotiating?
We're doing 6:30 now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm trying to
keep dialing in.
Yes, maybe 5:30.
It's better because then you go home, you take a shower, and you're in the office by 8, and now you're like you have a whole day to work.
But he said he's gonna give me a listing, so that's why we do
nice.
the 6:30.
Awesome.
Okay, that's a good exchange.
Yeah.
That's a great exchange, actually.
Right?
Hold on a second. I'll go ahead.
I drove by a gym at 5:30 once.
For a listing?
No, I just drove by it.
You know what? Honestly,
there's a lot of people at the gym at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know if a
I believe
listing
it.
would get me out of my bed at Pre
No.
6:30. I don't think so.
Wait, I've heard you say that the only way that you get up before 9 a.m.
No,
is...
that is totally not true.
Wait a minute. This is what I've heard. I've heard you say that the only way that you get up before 9 a.m. is if there are
Palm
trees involved.
Okay,
I've
but
heard
I don't
you say
sleep
that.
till 9 a.m. That's
Yes.
a lie.
You gotta wake up and see the sunrise.
I am up
with
early.
the palm trees and the waves.
Right.
But I have
So
a
meaning
totally
if she's on
different
vacation,
lifestyle.
then
She's
she'll
on
get up early.
vacation. That's the only.
You guys this is fake news right here. And yes, I said
Love
the
it.
F word. Fake news.
Yeah, no
Nah,
F.
this is not Facebook.
Right? No F words here.
What?
Oh.
I love, even when I'm on vacation, I wake up early. Not 4:30 early, no, but 6-ish, so we can see the
Angies, I
sunrise.
love you, but I don't think we're going to go on vacations again.
No, I don't force anybody to wake up with me. If you want to wake up and see the sunrise, okay, great.
Okay.
You
If
work
not,
out when you're on vacation mode as well?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Not really. Sometimes. I work out like this. So you guys can't see me.
Drink in
This.
hand.
Okay, that didn't look right. Okay, like this. With a straw, maybe.
All right. So now we have the picture. You were kind of bored. You wanted to find something else to do, and that got you into real estate.
Yes.
Which, when you got into real estate, did you know already? Okay, I want to work in these towns, or did you have to develop yourself into a realtor and then figure out, oh, I want to work in these towns? And which towns did you work in? Are you working in now?
Okay, I always knew I wanted to work in Woodbridge,
Okay.
Perth Amboy. I'm originally from Perth Amboy, so I know the area in and out. Woodbridge is the same. I know the area in and out. I can close my eyes and see everything, right? So I work mostly in Middlesex County, Somerset, East Brunswick, Woodbridge, Perth Amboy, South Amboy, Saraville. I do a little bit of the beach too, because I like the beach. So I do. I've done some business in Highlands. I know the area really good. So yeah, those are my areas that I work in. And when I first started, I knew I wanted to work in my area.
Right.
And I dab a little bit here in South Jersey and a little bit of North Jersey, but I am an expert in Middlesex County.
Awesome. Great
Just
to
wanted
hear.
Just wanted to add that. If you're in
all right.
Middlesex County, I'm there.
Look up Angie's, everybody.
Henry referrals.
You
Right.
Can find me, you can find me on Google. I have great
Yes.
reviews, by the way, guys. And they're all
Fantastic.
real.
That's all we
And I
expect
didn't
from
buy them, and I did not buy
A
them.
lot of people
okay?
do buy them, believe it or not.
Yes.
What-
Watch out for those, the ones that people buy. You can tell.
Yes.
Mine are real.
Do you know how much they pay?
No, mine are all real.
They pay too much.
I wouldn't know.
How much it costs?
What would you say sets you apart from other realtors?
I have a passion for real estate. So before I started getting into real estate, I was a little bit looking into what my neighbors paid for property taxes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm such a stalker.
Well,
no,
secret
I'm
confessional.
kidding.
There was something actually yesterday on one of these real estate news channels that I follow, and that was the article. It said that realtors are the number one, well, obviously, but that spy on their friends to see how much they paid, how much taxes they pay, how much they paid for their house, how much they owe on their house. I don't do that, of course, but I'm just saying this was a national news.
Some of my neighbors aren't realtors, and they know all. We have this lady we call La Noticia. That's she knows all about it.
Univision.
She knows everything.
Your Telemundo, like my son's like, oh, is that Telemundo? I'm like, okay. My mom watches that a lot. But yeah, so I've always gone to open houses because I was curious to see how the house looked.
Yeah, and
So
believe it
my
or not,
husband was like, can you just get paid to do this?
Yeah.
Literally,
Okay.
on Sundays, I would go to open houses just
Wow.
to see how the house looked, to see if it looked like mine. Can I make mine better? Or, just being nosy.
it's funny. Believe it or not,
But I'm not nosy in real life, FYI, okay?
about 20 years ago, realtors used to get asked if you noticed that the realtors were always above 55, maybe 60 years old, and that was like probably the average, about 55 or 60. It was like the average realtor age. and you'd ask them, "Oh, why'd you get into real estate?" "Oh, because I was tired of just going to open houses to see how everybody else decorated, and then I got into, being a realtor. I got into it just so that I can continue seeing without having to wait till Sunday."
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
what?
I want the code
Just
today.
to see what people lived like. They were just curious to see how other people decorated their homes.
That's exactly why I got into it. My husband was like, just get paid for it. Just do it because you love it. And I love it. I really do.
Do you have any hobbies outside of real estate?
Hobbies. Oh, my God. I don't know.
Going to the beach.
You knit? Do you
I
knit?
No, I don't know how to do that.
No?
No.
Do you
No, but I like to go to the
skydive?
beach. Oh, I went skydiving.
How was it?
Guess where I went skydiving?
Where?
Dubai?
It's part of the 50 states.
Arizona?
No.
No.
Well, I know it wasn't Denver.
New Jersey?
No.
Wait, I didn't
Just
guess.
think
That
about
wasn't,
it.
Hold on a
Florida.
second. That
Think
wasn't
about
my
it.
guess.
No.
That wasn't
Wait.
my guess.
Think
by the
about somewhere that has a scenery.
A scenery.
It's part of the 50 states. No? Okay.
Hawaii?
Yes.
way. Wait, I was just about to guess that. You didn't even
Too
give
late.
me time to
You
do
guys
that.
didn't. Okay, you guys are not listening then.
Right.
I only like to go to hot places
Right.
and beaches.
That's
And
what-
I
I
don't
was
do
still
cold
thinking about
events.
it.
I
Right.
don't do cold events. I don't go anywhere that's cold.
Wait, so tell us about this experience of skydiving.
I
Yeah.
don't think I want to.
No, it was scary.
It was scary?
No, so it was my idea. So we went to Hawaii, and I'm like, oh my God, we should go skydiving. And my girlfriends were like, no. I think I was in my 20s. And they were like, no. And they were moms already. I wasn't a mom yet. I'm a late mom.
That's why you
I'm a
wanted
late
to go.
bloomer. Yeah. And we got there, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Because you got on a little tiny plane. I'm used to big planes.
Right.
It's like with propellers. I'm like, no, I am not. Like, my stomach was like, no, you're not doing this at all.
But that's not allowed since you were the one that wanted to go.
Exactly what my friend said. So I'm like, all right. So after like 3 trips to the restroom, I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready. So we go on, and we're going up, and my heart is just coming out of my
Chest.
body.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna do this for real. They're like, it's your idea. So they have 2 jumpers that jump first to make sure you don't jump in a cloud, because the clouds have crystals and you can get cut. So they jumped first. Everything was fine. And I was like, well, I got to go first, because if I see you guys jumping, I'm not going to jump. So I jumped first, and it was the most beautiful experience I've ever had. Like top 10 or whatever.
Right.
But, and then, so we jumped, and you're looking at these beautiful beaches, and then you have the volcanoes and the mountains. It was just breathtaking, and everything was great until you pull the
cord.
cord. Oh, the cord. And then you pull the cord and you go back up. Ooh. So then your heart goes back up like,
Yeah.
But it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I tell everybody, if you're going to go skydiving, you have to go somewhere with a scenery.
Yeah.
If there's no scenery, why are you skydiving?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I have to go to Hawaii next.
It's a good point. A very good point.
I think I could satisfy that by a YouTube video, like somebody in
Just-
their
just
GoPro.
just watch
that
one.
would be good enough.
You wouldn't do it?
No,
Why?
zero chance.
Why?
I used to think that would be a bucket list item for me. Now, zero chance. A
No,
YouTube video is
but-
just as good for me.
I mean, injuries are very minimal. If
Yeah,
you think about it like that.
If
Yeah, if something
If it goes
happens,
wrong.
if it goes wrong, like that's it.
I mean,
Right.
if your shit doesn't open. But, oh, no, wait. I missed a big part
they have
of
a backup
this.
shoot.
I had a 300-pound man behind me.
Yeah,
Okay.
tandem, right?
Yes, tandem.
Yeah.
So he was behind me, and I was in the front. So this guy was big.
You had the 800-pound
He was
gorilla?
like 6'3", 300 pounds,
Wow.
but like thick. So I was like, I don't want to call him chubby or anything. Like, no,
Right.
not at all. He was just a big man.
a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when they told me that was my thing, I'm like, but I'm like 5'2". I'm like, how are we gonna jump? But so I wasn't scared because I had somebody in my back.
Right.
I mean, like when we were like gliding, I wasn't scared.
Right.
I would definitely have to be forcefully pushed, like
Somebody's
really.
like, shove you out of the
I
plane.
think I would be too nervous and
We
scared
need to take
enjoy
you out
it.
of the box.
Oh,
No,
boy.
you will once you're out.
You need to
Out
go
the
to one of those
plane.
indoor ones with the fan underneath you.
I won't
that-
do that. That I won't do.
That you won't do?
No.
You jumped out of a
No.
plane and you won't do that?
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm very clumsy. Something like that, I'll break something.
Come on.
I promise you. One time I fell
Something
on the
like
floor.
the other thing, you'll break everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I promise
those
you.
are just bones.
I'm
Just
so clumsy. I fell on the floor one time and I broke my hand. How?
Oh, boy.
How?
Oh my god.
Yeah, but skydiving, you could break your soul.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful experience. I recommend it.
So that's a crazy story.
That's not for all.
That's a crazy
audiences, by the way.
that's a crazy non-real estate story. So now let's go back to. Do you have a crazy real estate story? Anything crazy ever happened to you as a realtor?
Oh, crazy. No, not that I know of.
Nothing.
Not that I can think of right now. Crazy.
We've had people get
crazy.
attacked by dogs, cats, runaway cats, all kinds
No, but I mean, it didn't happen to me, but I had a listing.
of. Okay.
And the owners were like, oh, the cat is nice. I'm like, okay.
When they say friendly,
Yes.
I get worried.
Right?
They're like,
And
there's
I'm
this large, friendly dog. Here's his name. He's gonna be all right.
I don't believe you.
Right.
So I went to take pictures with the photographer to the listing, and the cat was like hissing at me and like was scratching me on my feet. But I didn't think anything of it because I was wearing bunny ears. So they must have been like, "This is strange."
Wait, was it Halloween?
No, it was the
Easter?
other day, Easter.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I bought bunny ears before I went on vacation for my son. So I had them on at the store and I never took them off. I paid for it though, I think. Anyway, so fine. So she was like, "Oh no, she's fine." I'm like, "Okay." So first appointment when it went live, he calls me. He's like, "This cat attacked me." I'm like, "What?" He was like, "It jumped on my back and I was trying to get it off." I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
What?
Whoa.
Oh
Whoa.
my God. I was like, what? I'm like, I canceled all the appointments that day. I called the owner and I'm like, this happened. He was really nice about it. He put in an offer. We accepted all in one day.
Well, you
There.
had. Well, hold on a
Close.
second. You had to accept it.
You have to. You have to.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like obligated, I guess.
Like, if you accept the offer, we won't sue you. We're in New Jersey, so we're a very litigious state. So if you accept our offer, we won't sue you. But if you
Right.
don't accept our offer,
Right.
I'll take that. Do you have any other listings like that? Just so I can send it to my clients?
Yeah.
We just need to borrow
let's see,
that.
I'm working
get
on it.
attacked by a cat, get your offer accepted.
I was horrified. And I apologized 100 million times, but we accepted his offer because we had a
no,
cat
just- you had
issue.
to, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the cat
The
was,
owner was like,
yeah.
"We're gonna get sued."
So we canceled all appointments. I honored only the ones that were like officially booked for the next 4 days, but we had the cat removed for those days. But that day I couldn't breathe.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I was so stressed.
I went on an appointment with Dawn once. You had a listing appointment, and you're like, "Oh, I don't have." She didn't have time to drop me off back at the office, but I went with her, and this we're walking past, like we're in this house, and we're walking, like just getting to the staircase and like to get to a hallway, and the refrigerator was right next to that doorway by the kitchen.
I
and
remember
there was a set of pliers on the refrigerator, and the cat went like this and threw it at her. Threw the pliers
But
at her.
the thing is that I had like moved, and it actually hit. So they're actually cat nail clippers that look like pliers.
Right.
And I moved, and it actually hit the wood trim and like put a dent in the wood trim. That's
Oh
how
my
hard
God.
it threw it.
And it
Imagine
kept.
if it would have hit you in your face,
Yeah.
I would have died.
But this cat had something against her, because then we get to the table. They're like, she's getting them to sign the listing, and this cat keeps going to her, just hitting her leg and doing this.
Well,
and
they
jumping on
say
the
that
table.
animals know, like they and I'm not
If you're
a fan.
nervous?
I'm not a fan of cats. I'm
It
actually
probably
heavily
knew that.
allergic to cats, and I just don't like them. No offense to anybody that loves them. I'm sure they're great. They're just not for me. But that's probably.
knew.
I remember that.
I think so.
They probably sense it. I'm not big on animals. I never had a pet growing up. I mean, it kind of sounds sad now that I say it, right?
I never had a pet growing up.
I
either.
never had a pet growing up, so I'm not attached.
Do you have any pets now?
No.
Good decision.
They're like another child. I
Yeah.
can't.
It's an eternal baby.
Yes.
It's an eternal baby.
Forever.
I
yeah.
can't clean poop my whole life. No.
Well, and if you like to travel or you really want to go away, this is something I hear a lot from people like, oh, I don't want to board my dog, or I don't know if you board
You have
cats,
to
I
get
don't
them
know.
into a kennel or
just a
drop
lot
them
of
off at a
things.
friend's
I
house.
mean,
or,
there's doggy hotels now.
yeah.
Just saying. And cats too, I think.
What are we
So I
doing
have
here?
a-
We should be building a doggy
Oh,
hotel.
they make
Right.
so much money.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean,
But-
next subject.
The smell is horrendous.
Yes.
Have you ever gone into Petco?
Yes.
It smells like the zoo.
I don't like it.
So, no offense, Petco.
I meant pet stores. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it's great. We love all the toys you have for the pets. Thank you.
So I have a curiosity, really. What are your biggest challenges in real estate?
Time management.
Yeah.
Is big for me. I have a lot of help at home. I have a very supportive family. I mean, if I have to show a listing, they're there.
Nice.
Right? If I show, but time management because I fly. So let's say you've seen all these thunderstorms all this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I do is I do my little turn and I come back at a reasonable time to show houses after. But if I'm at that delay,
Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing. Then I do tell all my clients what I do during the day.
Yeah.
Like my day job. It doesn't interfere with them, but I don't like it to interfere with them. So, but when I do have to show, I let them know, hey, I'm going to fly today. So I give them like a heads up.
Right.
But it bothers me when I'm delayed because not only I'm not showing up for my real estate client, but now I'm hungry instantly. This is an airline thing. So when there's a delay, you're instantly hungry. Instantly. So now I'm eating, French fries because I deserve it and a chocolate chip cookie.
That's right.
That's right.
But you
No
want
one's
to know something?
policing that. No one's policing that.
You
No,
want to know something?
I
We've
am.
done a few of these interviews, right? And we talk to realtors in general, but you just uncovered something or touched on something that we notice in successful realtors. That they set up the expectations up front. They let people know this is how I work, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm going to service you, and that's something that you just described. I don't know if you realize that, but that's what you were doing, is setting up the expectation of this is what I'm doing during the day. Because of this, I may be a few minutes late to that. If you set up the expectations, most people won't be upset if they know what's coming.
Yes.
So
I
it's
agree with that.
it's like getting the syllabus to the college course up front, and you're like, oh, these are the things that they expect of me, and these are the things that I'm supposed to work on or do. You're like, don't be surprised at the end of the semester if you don't, because they
That's
gave you
true. They gave you the syllabus.
right.
This is what you had to do,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
didn't do it. So
Right.
don't get mad.
right. So in your case, you were setting up the expectations, letting them know this is what I do during the day. I may be late if something happens, if there's a delay,
Yes.
but otherwise I'll be here for you, and that's a great thing.
Yes, and if I can't make it, I have a backup plan. I call my colleagues. We have a little support system here at United and Real Estate. United Real Estate, and we look out for each other. So,
Yes, we do.
if nobody can cover it, then I always give them the option. If I can't make it, I'll have somebody there. If not, then we'll reschedule.
Awesome.
But it drives me crazy because I'm an on-time person. If you're on time, you're late. So you're gonna be there like 5 minutes early, guys.
Right.
5
So
minutes.
is there something you wish people had told you about real estate before you got in?
Oh my gosh, how emotional it is.
Really? Yeah. It
I
really is.
didn't even, because to me, we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna go in a house. I'm gonna show you if it's a fixer upper. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna look, and that's the fun part. I always tell them this is the fun part.
Right.
Me. I'm gonna show you all these houses, and
Yeah.
we're gonna have a great time.
Right.
Then when you get to mortgage, that's not so much fun, but that's the money to buy this house.
Right.
So, but it's an emotional process.
It really is.
I really didn't think about it like that because to me, A, B, and C, we're going to do A, B, and C, but how emotional it is, sometimes the money's not there or how you don't get your offer accepted, which is like
it's a
number one right now.
It's a roller
coaster.
Yeah.
Oh, your offer got accepted. Like one time we put offers and offers and offers. We finally got one accepted and we went into attorney review. How exciting, right? We're excited.
Right.
We're going to go under contract. They called the lawyer's office for the listing agent. I guess she gave it to them, and they beat us out. So now how am I going to call my clients back after I told them we're going to go under contract in like 2 days?
Yeah.
And now we don't have a house.
I find myself constantly just reminding people that, when we go into attorney review, it's really anybody can back out for any reason. And we have to have those conversations because of those situations.
Yes.
Right? Because I'm a person that I believe it when I see it. So I don't believe it till like closing day.
Me too.
I kind of say, don't get excited yet. There's a lot, through the process. It's hard to say right now, but sometimes the easiest part is getting the house and getting the offer accepted or finding the house and getting the offer accepted.
The fun part too.
Yeah. Then
the work starts.
Yes.
Then it's, then it's very challenging to hit all the milestones and all the things that can be so unknown during the process, right? And if you have a deal that's going too smoothly, something
you're like,
not
wait,
even
this
like
is too perfect.
It's not even a shoe that's going to drop. It's like a combat boot. It's just going to fall out of the sky.
But fun fact, right? My first year of real estate, almost all my deals were smooth.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Knock on wood to that.
Wait. Right. Knock on wood. Until Clarabelle and Cesar were like, "Oh yeah, that's because you don't have this or this that," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Everything's smooth." After that, there was always a problem with something.
Oh, no.
They jinxed me because they were like, "We always have an issue with something." I'm like, "Not me. What are you talking about? We
Right.
closed in 30 days."
It's funny. You want to hear something crazy? Just this morning, I was talking to someone about how if everything to you is, I got to work on this challenge, I got to do this challenge, I got to do this challenge, guess what? All you're attracting is challenges. The second you think that everything's a problem, everything will be a problem.
Yes.
The second you think that, real estate is hard, guess what?
Yes.
It's going to be hard for you. For those that think it's fun, like you were having a great time the first year, thinking it's great, you're helping people.
I'm still having
The second
a great
somebody
time.
put into your head that there were challenges, you
Yeah.
found challenges. You have to mind your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that the second you start thinking, this is going to be a difficult transaction, then it will be.
Yeah. What is it called? The power of attraction?
Yeah, the law of attraction.
Yeah,
the
the
law
law
of
of
attraction.
attraction.
It's real. I always tell people
Yeah,
it's
it's
real.
I like those
It sounds pie in the sky. It sounds made up, but magnets exist, right? They're not. Magnetism is real. Electricity is real, even though you can't see it.
Mhm. I believe in it, like when you do a vision board.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, believe me, I've done a ton of those, and like 80% of the stuff that I ever put up on, I have one right now in my
happens.
home office, but they happen.
Yes.
It's crazy. I've been doing
always
it
been one of
since
those too.
my early 20s.
Yes.
I was always a Oprah Winfrey fan, so I used to watch her shows, and that's where I got the vision board.
Yeah, I think
So,
everybody got their vision board from
My
Oprah.
From Oprah,
first,
Thank you, Oprah.
no, well, not
Thank
me.
you,
Well,
Oprah.
maybe when I was around 10 years old,
So a few
I
years
had
ago.
a vision board of Cindy Crawford, and remember those?
I met her in Woodbridge.
No, you didn't. By my house.
Yeah, at the mall. Well, it's a
Oh.
long story, but yeah.
So I sorry. I lost my train of thought. No, remember those?
So you had a vision board where
Yeah,
they would work
remember
out.
when the women were wearing the men's suits?
Okay.
Remember that trend?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
In the early 90s?
Yeah.
It had to be early 90s. Yeah, so I had a vision board of all these beautiful supermodels that I wanted to be a model, but I'm only 5'2", guys. I wanted to be a runway 6-foot model. I didn't get there, but I did take modeling classes and all that, and it was part of my little vision board.
I actually remember the actress that started that trend. It was Diane Keaton. She used to wear men's clothes.
Oh,
Yes.
She used to even wear.
But here
a
you
tie.
are looking
baby one.
fabulous. So really, honestly, I think you did envision
Right?
that part of
Ay,
it.
Gracias.
De nada.
So now we were talking about the difficulty you had after you realized that there could be problems with it. So my next question to you would be, how long has been your longest transaction? Your longest deal took how long?
6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were
think
going to say
Caesar-
90 months.
I thought
I thought it was 90 days, but I remember we closed in June, but it was freezing when I was showing houses. So we were showing houses in January and we closed in June.
Okay. Yeah. That's we've had people say 6 months. We've had people say 9 months. We've had people
2
say
years
2
here.
years.
What?
Actually,
and it wasn't a short
we
sale
had-
or
Those
anything.
are the days when we were doing a lot of short
Short
Yeah,
sales.
those are
like
short sales.
foreclosures,
But
yeah.
we had one that took 7 years. It was a commercial deal, though.
Sure.
That one was 7 years.
When you deal with commercial contamination, all that
Yeah.
fun stuff.
all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What advice would you give a brand new agent?
Get a mentor.
Perfect. I love
that's
that
great
answer.
advice.
Yes.
I love that.
That is
Yes.
the perfect answer.
I've had a mentor. Clarabelle's been my mentor. And now we're like friends.
Yeah.
We're really good friends, actually. And we help each other out in everything. We go over offers together. What are we going to list this house at? It's like, I call her not just for her advice, but for fun, because I'm
Yeah.
excited. Because you
Yeah.
have to share this news when you get your first
Yes.
listing, or
Yes.
And somebody that it can relate to it.
yes, and not only that, you have to celebrate your wins.
Of
A
course.
win is, I got a listing appointment. You might
Yeah.
not get the listing, but you got the appointment.
Yeah.
So you're like,
You have to
almost
celebrate
there,
all
right?
of it. Yeah.
So I try to remind her, because she also has another day job, and so we have a lot of similarities. So she's always been my mentor.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, Clarabelle. I'm giving you another shout out. There's a lot of shout outs in this
Yeah.
show today.
Actually,
Okay, my
we've talked about
peoples.
your listing appointments like at 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Yes, I call Marcos. I'm like, Marcos, I cannot go in there if I
Right.
do not have a set price.
I have a full set. I have a full pep rally for her at 11 o'clock, 11:30. We're still on the phone talking.
Yes, I don't know. I get all worked up, like oh my God, I have to do it okay. I have to know my stuff.
What if they say this? What do I say? How should I say this? This is a situation, Marcos.
But that's
And then I talk her off the ledge, and then by the end, she's like, okay, I feel good about this.
But you know
Yes.
what's great about it? Like no matter what stage you are in your life, and whether it's business or something personal, it's always good to kind of go over it with somebody.
Yes.
Right? Even if you know something inside and out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. You need that friend.
Sometimes-
I always need a friend.
So
Aw.
keeping on the advice, while we're on that thread, what advice would you give a first-time home buyer?
First time home buyer. Do not buy anything before you close on a home.
Right.
Oh,
A
Wait,
big
what-
purchase.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What if a friend of yours buys from another agent? Then they should buy the most luxurious, expensive new car to drive to the closing.
Before the
I mean,
closing.
yeah,
you
that's
show
true.
up at the closing with a new Mercedes.
Just kidding. I actually saw that like a meme somewhere, and I did have an uncontrollable laugh.
No,
It's
but,
like-
but you're right.
No,
Most
but
people, they
yeah,
shouldn't buy
they
any
shouldn't buy
furniture,
anything.
no new
But
cars.
that's like a mortgage advice, because I feel
Yeah.
like I'm giving out mortgage advice now.
That's
Let
okay.
me stay clear.
But I don't think you could
first-time
say that
home
enough.
buyers, yes. But for first-time home buyers I feel like enjoy the moments, right? Enjoy, especially, with me
With
when we're
Angies.
looking
With
at
Angies.
houses. Enjoy the journey, because after this journey, you're going to be in your own home, finally. So I'm always so grateful that I get to share that with them. So my advice would be enjoy the journey.
With
Awesome.
Angies.
With
Yes.
Angies.
Yes.
With an S,
Yes.
just to be clear. Do you have a real estate nickname?
No.
You haven't been given one yet?
What do you mean nickname? Who gets nicknames?
Just about everybody gets a
Everybody
nickname.
Stop it. What's your nickname?
Well, I'm the boss.
Okay.
El jefe.
El jefe.
El patrón.
El patrón.
Wait,
Couple
what kind of boss? are you
Actually,
talking
yeah,
about?
there are 2 people here who call me El Patron in here.
Really?
Now that I realize, yeah. Now that you said
Jose
it,
calls you el patrón.
how do you know that? How do you know that?
I don't know.
This is crazy.
Do you know the winning lottery numbers?
Listen,
Right.
I'm a Scorpio and I have instincts.
There you go.
So, just saying, guys.
Yes.
I'm a Scorpio. I
Well,
know
give
you're
us
going to
some
get this house or
instincts
not.
Give us some instincts on the lottery numbers.
we're gonna work on your fashionista.
Okay, well, I need a
nickname.
nickname. What's
Well,
your
I mean,
nickname, Don?
you did earn one today with your Barbie outfit and the new
Oh.
Barbie movie coming
Okay.
out.
Yes, there
There
you
we
go.
go.
The real estate Barbie, right?
Yeah, the real estate
Yeah.
Barbie.
Okay.
There
Au
you go.
natural.
That's it. Oh my goodness. Do
The
you
real estate
have
Barbie.
The real estate Barbie. Do you have a favorite real estate app that you use? It could be anything. Any
Real
app.
estate
What-
app. I do like. I don't. Oh, can we like say names?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
public
That's
names?
okay. That's okay. We'll have them pay us later.
Okay, so believe it or not, I like Realtor.com because
Okay.
it looks
That's good.
Pretty.
They work for us, so that's
Yes.
okay to plug them.
It looks pretty when you use it. When you send listing to your clients,
Mm-hmm.
it looks pretty compared to how we send it on the back end.
Right.
But I do like Realtor.com. That's what I do. My mentor told me. So our quote unquote Facebook, when you wake up, you know how people go on Facebook
Right.
and
Sure.
Yours
Instagram.
is Realtor.com.
Realtor.com, Redfin, the other one.
So we've had people say all kinds of things like Canva, or they'll say Instagram, or they'll
YouTube.
say YouTube, or
No, my
people
favorite.
have-
If I want to
Yours
see
is
the
Realtor.com.
houses,
Yeah.
guys.
Realtor.com.
yeah. Do you have any favorite apps in general that like non-real estate? Just out of curiosity.
No, I'm not a big techie person.
No Instagram for you.
No Instagram?
Oh yeah, I have
She posts a lot.
Instagram. I do have Instagram
All
and
right.
Facebook, and that's it. I think.
If you weren't a realtor, what other profession besides? Because you already have another career besides.
Besides being a
being-
stewardess,
She would be a skydiving.
No.
Skydiving instructor.
Nothing to do with planes. What else would you do if you weren't a realtor or a stewardess? You weren't with any airline.
okay,
Nothing
I
related to that.
would have a small boutique. So I would be a business owner,
Nice.
selling baby stuff.
Cool.
I know,
That is
right? You know
precious.
why? Because they smell so good, and you're instantly happy.
Of
Yeah.
How are you not happy looking? Even if you don't have kids and you're not about kids, but you're always gonna buy for a friend, for a family member.
Right.
I mean, this is a business that makes billions of dollars, guys.
You mean people aren't going to stop having babies?
No?
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Good to know.
No,
That might be a
the
good
dogs
business.
are not gonna take over,
Santos,
even though
we may
they're
have to
precious.
start
That's a good business.
Yeah.
It goes together with real estate. You know, like after you sell the property, now you start sending them promotions like, hey,
And
I
then
sell
when they get to
babies.
the end, you have a funeral parlor.
That too. Yeah.
That makes a lot of money too.
They make a ton of money.
I mean, I like to talk about money. Can we have a show about how to make more money?
I think we may have 1 or 2 episodes that you can listen to about that.
Okay.
Investing in real estate.
Yeah.
Let's go back to because we were just talking about Instagram. How would people reach you? Out there on social media. What's your Instagram handle or Facebook? Do you have Facebook?
Yes.
All right. So do
My
they look you up by your
Instagram-
name?
Yes. It's easy, I think. So it's Angies Hernandez _realtor.
Nice.
You can find me on Google, Angies Hernandez Real Estate. That's what I call myself. Maybe that's my nickname, right? And what else do I have? Facebook is just Angies Hernandez.
Okay. Excellent.
I think I should is it all coincide? I think so. You can find me. I'm wearing a red shirt.
There you go.
Nice. Great. Well, Angie, thank you so much for coming in
Thank
and
you guys.
having this nice
This was
conversation with us.
fun.
See, I
It
told
was.
you.
This was so much fun. I mean, I'm a little nervous, but that's
Come
okay.
on.
Aw.
You did great.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, everybody. This is Realtors Radio Network signing off.
Keep an ear out for the next episode of the Realtors Radio Network. where Santos Garcia, Marcos Suarez, and Dawn McCullough share their wealth of real estate knowledge. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, review, and share. Find us on social media at Realtors Radio Network. See you next time on the Realtors Radio Network.